people are really gonna watch this?
They ain't got nothing else to do.
Right?
Word.
I ain't going on social media talking shit about TDS Radio. I know that much.
My man, Coach Block.
What's up, cuz? How we living?
You're rocking with TDS Radio.
Get it, Kim. All right. She got a vision, and she wants us to execute this vision.
Ooh, man. That's what TDS is about today.
Ken and Kim are the two dopest siblings that I know.
All right, you ready?
Am I ready? Are they ready?
Nigga.
What's up? It's your man, Coach Block, one half of TDS Radio. And I'm here with.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl so fab.
What's going on, man? How was today? Today is Wednesday. So how was your Wednesday?
You know what? Wednesday's good. It was a good day for TDS, so I'm not going to complain.
Was it a good day for us?
Yeah.
Yay, good day for us.
Frontier RTP.
Okay, great day. I'm glad. I'm
Yeah.
glad that we had a good day today. One day closer to school being over, so it's good. It's good for me because I am tired of that's all, folks. I am tired of other people's babies because they drive me crazy. Love them, but it's time for a break.
Yeah, I'll be glad when it's your first day. I'll be glad when it's your last day.
I will be too, because then now we can be happy. Not that I'm not happy now. It's just these babies are a trip. We were talking off air about some of the things that I experienced in just one day, one period. And people, even when the kids be like, "Coach, I don't know how you do it." That's when it's like, see, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's rough. But with that being said, we're here, TDS Radio, and it is a great day, a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
And check in with us, y'all. Let us know.
How do you feel? How was your day?
What's going on? How's your spirit? How's your mind? How is your heart? Is there something that you need to get off your chest? Let us know right in the comments, because we are here for you.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, come back. What? What? Come back. Come holler at us. Like, talk to us. Tell us what's going on. I'm hat to the back Ken today because I don't know what was going on with hat to the front. So excuse that.
What do you mean? What's going on with hat to the front?
Hat to the front, Ken. I don't know. The brim of the hat scratched me pretty bad and it burned. So I had to get rid of that.
Yikes.
And I don't have a haircut to be comfortable enough to be in front of anybody today. I'm like, man, this guy's hairline goes way back.
Shut up.
So it's Wednesday. Let's go ahead and start these birthdays, right?
Hey, might as well.
Do you have any?
I don't. No.
Okay. I have a few. Reggie Mitchell, former football player that I worked with in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, is celebrating his 30th. Miles Quimby, another coach, does not say what he's celebrating. Devontae Butler, another player that I actually coached. He was good friends with Tom Woodson and those guys at Gateway High School. He played at Gateway. Malachi Garner and David Wolf. David Wolf is celebrating his 25th, and Malachi is celebrating his 19th. And those are all my birthdays for today. So in typical Sib fashion, we're going to go ahead and get this birthday song running. Ready? And bomb.
Y'all ready? Well, happy birthday to you. Hey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Hey. Happy birthday to you. Well, it looks good. It looks good. It looks fine. It looks fine. We hope you have a good time. Happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday to you.
Yay. So happy birthday to everybody, and hopefully everybody's having a great day, continuing to live their life in a way that makes every day worth celebrating and living from the Sibs.
Yeah.
So let's get into some entertainment news.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it.
And this is intermittent.
What were you gonna say? Entertainment?
This is entertainment moves. What made go back him? What? And this is entertainment news with SoFab Kim. I promise I'm gonna get some sleep. This is entertainment news with SoFab Kim.
Yes.
Who do we got first?
Well, let's start first with Netflix and NFL. If you have not heard, Netflix has inked a major deal. Well, they will be airing all of the games on Christmas Day for the next 3 years. Now, it's said allegedly that this whole entire ordeal cost them about, $75 million. They're going to hire their own announcers and things like that, but they will solely be streaming all of the NFL football games on that platform, which may be why there are talks of them possibly raising their subscription costs and, why they're going to start tiering things now because they're starting to get into live sports because, as you all know, they're also going to do the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight as well. So this is just another step that Netflix has taken that is going to essentially get rid of live TV almost. As a football enthusiast, what do you think?
I don't care where it's played. Get better teams.
Oh,
tired of watching the same people on Christmas, and it sucks. Same thing with Thanksgiving. I know it's tradition, but I get tired of watching the same teams, and it sucks. Tired of watching Dallas, and I'm tired of watching even us, like Pittsburgh. Like, get some new teams. I don't care what it's on. We're going to watch it. The one thing about football fans, I don't care. We are going to watch it wherever it's at. Get better teams.
Okay.
Now, what I am trying to do is the Pittsburgh Steelers' first game is in Atlanta. The tickets for the game in Atlanta are cheaper than the games in Pittsburgh because Atlanta sucks. So I would like to go to that first game. But Christmas, Netflix, who cares? It could be on whatever. OnlyFans, we're going to watch it. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is just get better teams. I'm tired of watching the same sucky teams on Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Now, if Netflix has it to where you have to increase your membership in order to, obtain some of these live events, are you down for it?
Well, our situation, it don't make a difference.
That is true.
So that's why I'm talking crazy. I don't care what that's on. If I didn't have
what we have,
if I didn't have Mike's TV situation, then I would be like, what are we gonna do? But now I'm like, I don't care. Show it on anything. I got that. You name it, I got it, and I do. Just like the girls' games that people were like, oh man, I gotta buy the WNBA pass. I don't.
And I'm glad you said that because our next story, Miss Caitlin Clark.
Ooh, she struggled yesterday. Shit got real. Shit got real. Ooh. Shit got real for old CC.
That is what everyone on social media is saying, and it's been a mix of reviews of people saying like, yo, Caitlin, what's going on? You had 10 turnovers, you only had 20 points during the game, and then some people are like, give her some grace because
I'm not giving her nothing.
They are saying give her some grace because she was just in the collegiate level, and then now she's up in the pros, and it's a different.
Here's what happened. Dawn Staley gave the blueprint of how to beat her. No different than when Michael Jordan had to go against the Pistons and the Celtics and the Lakers. There was a blueprint on how to beat Mike. Mike had to overcome that. She's going to have to overcome that quick because everybody can. Like, there's a large amount of people that want to see her do well.
Absolutely.
There's a large amount of people that want to see her fail. I don't know which side I'm on. Really? I'm on that because you know why? When you get deemed, okay, I'll put it to you like this.
What side are y'all on?
Well, here's what what side are you guys on? Here's what I'm gonna say. What made me not like LeBron in the beginning was
Mhm.
not the fact that he had not showed out, or he didn't play well as a high schooler.
Mhm.
You didn't earn anything yet.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's the problem with these kids. They don't feel like in sports you have to earn anything anymore. It's like, gimme, 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 gimme. You were a star in NCAA, but this is just like a video game. You are now on the next level. So put up or shut up, because there's already people who have put up and are looking at you like, because the girl who did not get the Nike deals, who's the former MVP
Mhm.
last night, Asia Wilson,
Yeah, Asia.
she had 30 points last night.
Mhm.
I think 3 turnovers, multiple assists,
Mhm.
multiple rebounds. But she don't got the shoes.
Well, I heard recently she did.
Well, they're just now
Something,
making
yeah.
it, they're fixing
Mhm.
the mistake.
Yeah.
But her stat line yesterday versus Caitlin's stat line yesterday,
Yeah.
and then everybody like, well, give her some time. No, because y'all didn't give her time. Y'all crowned her. Y'all said she is changing the WNBA, and
did
she
say that.
turned the ball over 10 times.
Mhm.
Now, I get it. People want to watch her, but I'm telling you, man, people watch sports so that they can hate. Most of the people who are in the crowd are not celebrating for you.
You don't think so?
Hell no.
For Caitlin?
For her, yeah.
Okay.
But for most, no.
Okay.
Put it like this: where was everybody at before Caitlin?
That's true. That is true.
Now, the one thing this is where I'm like, if I'm Caitlin, I'm like, man, y'all better get off my boobs, because wasn't nobody caring about no WNBA pass
And that's
until
what I was
this
gonna
crop of players. Now,
yeah.
it's not just her; it's Angel Reese, it's Kamala Cordosa,
Mhm.
and it all that is coming in, all them. So, like, I got on my phone the rookie schedule of what rookies are playing and what night, so you can watch the games,
that's
because I
dope.
want to see the rookies. It's not that I don't appreciate the vets, but like Diana Taurasi, the girl who said, wait till Caitlin starts playing adult women. So she played
Yeah.
last night. She had 20 points. She scored 23 points to be exact,
Mhm.
but she lost. But she lost to the MVP's team, Asia Wilson.
Mhm.
And so I watched that game last night till probably about halftime, and then I went to sleep.
Mhm.
It was entertaining. It was crisp. When like the picture, the HD and all that stuff, it wasn't like some old bootleg stuff. It was cool. I enjoyed it. And I'll be watching again.
Okay.
So if we are looking at like the rookies games, like who's coming up, I can give you some of that.
I was gonna say, you'll have to tell me, because I don't follow sports at all. So when I actually heard that she was playing, I was like, already? Wait a minute.
So Thursday she'll be playing again on Prime TV.
Prime? Amazon
No, Prime Video. Yeah,
Oh.
Amazon Prime. So Prime Video on Thursday, May 16th. And then
tomorrow.
Yeah. And then the girls from the Aces will be playing too. The one young white lady who had that black and white dress on,
Mhm.
she plays on Saturday at 3 because she's for the Los Angeles Sparks. And then we'll get a chance to see Angel on Saturday at 8 p.m.
Okay.
So yeah, I got the list to find out like when all the rookies are playing, because that's what we really care about. Don't nobody care about some of them old players. Diana Taurasi been playing in the WNBA for 20 years.
Yikes.
I looked that up yesterday. I'm like, now Diana, if you don't sit your old, and you can see it when she's running, her knees. She start. When you get old, you go from running to scooting. You, ooh, 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 ooh. That's what she's doing.
So
But
your
more
verdict
props.
when it comes to Caitlin, we don't want to hear no excuses. Just play ball.
As a fan, yes. As a
Okay.
coach, I'm like, she'll be all right. She'll be just fine. Because
Yeah.
the flip side is she scored 20 points.
Right.
The other side is, but you turned the ball over 10 times.
Right.
So even if the 10 times you turned the ball over equaled 2 points each time, you scored 20, but you gave up 20. Like it may be more or less because of the turnovers. So then your points don't mean anything because you gave up just as many points as you scored. So you broke even. And it was good to see. I had a video where the young lady from South Carolina who was played against her twice, kind of was telling her like,
yeah,
shake it off.
Mhm.
Like this ain't what you think it is.
Exactly.
Like get right. And the one thing that we also got to remember, and I think people don't think about it, Caitlin Clark is not a champion.
Well,
So we're sitting here, we're sitting here looking for somebody. No, it's true, because you lost 1 year to LSU, then you lost the next year to South Carolina. You're not a champion. You play very well and you may shoot very well, but right now you are Reggie Miller. You are just a good person who can shoot, who don't have no rings. You ain't got no rings. And we all like, Caitlin. Lord, we only like Caitlin because of her pigmentation.
All right.
It is the truth that even Asia Wilson said it. Like, there is something that we have to talk about this, because, okay, yes, is she a great shooter? But when in sports do we ignore the champions?
Right. That's true. That's true. Just like when, CNN went ahead and highlighted their photo instead of the actual winners. Like, that was insane. Only for them to, swap it
Caitlin
out.
is their Larry Bird.
Oh, yeah.
So like Larry and Magic, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That was a thing. Larry and Magic was supposed to happen that way. They wanted that Boston white guy, LA Flash. They wanted all that, you know what I'm saying? That sells tickets. Caitlin's selling tickets because she is a white girl who can shoot the roof off. But you are not a champion. Now, you know what I'm saying? What she's going to have to realize is Iowa ran through her, meaning the team ran through her. You got teammates. The most disappointing stat line for me is not her 10 turnovers. It's only her 3 assists. Now, if she had 20 and 10, 20 points and 10 assists, I can rock with you. But your 20 points and your 10 turnovers and only 3 assists lets me know that you're still trying to play like this is Iowa.
Right.
And you got to learn how to let the offense run through you. You'll get your shots, you'll get your points, but everything is not a 3-pointer like NCAA.
Right.
So you're not a champion.
All right. While we're on the topic of sports, Gayle King went.
Is this sports?
Yes.
Old swimsuit people?
Gayle King.
Nobody wants to see this. Are y'all happy with that? I'm not.
Gayle King is on the newest.
Are y'all happy with this
swimsuit issue of Sports Illustrated?
Are y'all happy with this? Who asked for this? Who asked? That is terrible.
The 69-year-old
Nobody asked for
broadcast journalist.
Nobody asked for this.
They asked her. They invited
Matter
her.
of fact, let's go full screen. Who asked for that?
They invited her.
That's crazy.
She got the invite to be on Sports Illustrated and, just to rock it out.
What?
And yes.
Rock what out?
Well, she's 69. And it was met with, various reviews. Some people were like, oh, okay, go, Gayle, we see you.
She looks like Woody from Toy Story in a bathing suit. Where's Buzz? AKA Oprah. So y'all can just both sit there and look crazy. Sit down. Nobody who's paying. What geriatric person is paying to see this?
I will say.
Do you know how hard it is to sell magazines right now? And y'all did this?
And Sports Illustrated also is getting ready to.
Can you tell?
Well,
with this decision.
I'll say this. Sports Illustrated, I'm not quite sure who this was for. I feel like this would have been
old people.
But that's not your demographic.
She even looks like she's about to talk about 60 Minutes.
I think this would have been a good cover for like women's health, or something like that. But Sports Illustrated swimsuit, I didn't quite see I'm never going to hate on a woman being, having her light shine on her. I just was confused because I'm like, who is this for?
I get not hating on a woman and the shining in the lights and shine bright like a diamond, but some decisions are bad decisions, and this is one.
It for? That's what I want to know. Who is it for?
In the name of cafeteria lady, does she look? Look at her.
Oh, she looks good for 69.
She looks tremendous for 69, but who wants to buy a magazine with a lady that's 69 years old on it?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Who is it for? Obviously, we offended some people because, but that's what I want to know.
I don't even care.
Who is it for?
What? Somebody's granddad's like, now, you know what? I knew she looked good. That looks crazy. Like, No, retract. It doesn't look crazy.
Mhm.
It's crazy for the audience.
Right.
What?
That is my question.
Who in the name of Sports Illustrated said, hey, man, my vote? Once again, there are people in rooms when decision is made, and there's a round table. And in this round table, people sat down and said, all right, guys, we got to get this board. We're going to put some names up here of people we want to lead this swimsuit edition. Now, let's remember the legends. Now, we've had Kim Kardashian, and we've had Tyra Banks, and we've had
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan. We've had what's the one girl?
Christy Teigen.
The Victoria.
Ashley Graham.
What's the one? Vic the one that played in Soul Food with the light eyes. The auntie that her husband slept with somebody else.
Not Vanessa.
Vanessa Williams has been
she was?
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, but that's old. But I'm saying it's still, you've had legends. And we put these names on the board, and somebody said, I sure would like to see Gayle King. And other people said, yep, let's do that. Because our magazine is selling like hotcakes, right? This'll burn them up. Real sports people are still mad at her for what she said about Dawn Staley. Oh, you beat Caitlin Clark, and we all wanted to see that. Well, guess what we didn't want to see? This.
All I will say,
it's terrible,
is that granted, Gayle looks very good for her age.
Thank you. Like, who wanted to see that?
I will say that she looks very good for her age. I'm just wondering who the target audience is.
They're searching.
That's all.
They thought only 69-year-old people will still get a subscription. Yeah, I got to go to that mailbox to get that Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, Pepperidge Farms remembers when it's good. Because guess what? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I haven't bought a swimsuit edition since Tyra Banks.
Oh, really?
Since Tyra Banks.
Wow.
Like, and I had the poster.
Yes, I remember the poster.
Then, no. And since Tyra Banks, I have had absolutely, positively no interest in the swimsuit illustrated edition for Sports Illustrated.
Not even the body one?
Nope.
The body one. When they did the guys. Good job.
Now,
more of that.
I would have been more inclined to support this if they had done other women of that age bracket together who were athletes.
Ah, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. So like
who wants the interviewer chick? This is a media lady.
She's a journalist.
Who asked for no media lady?
She's a journalist.
I want to say it ignorant. Ain't nobody trying to see Gayle, right?
No, Mr. Purvis, you don't want to see Gayle either.
This is just like the Temptations. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. And she's as old as Otis. Ain't Otis still alive?
I don't
Let's
know.
see.
But no,
if she's close to Otis's age,
we're
this
not going
is
down
crazy.
this rabbit hole.
Because we don't want to see her.
Okay, Mr. Purvis. I'm trying to fight here. I'm trying to play devil's advocate because I'm trying to understand, like I said, from a marketing aspect, what they were trying to achieve with this.
Otis is 89, so then he would think that looks good. Otis is 82.
Well, not according to our letter that we had yesterday. But anyway.
Otis might be like, now see that Gayle. Ooh, look at that.
I mean, because she does look good for 69. She looks really, really good.
But you're not an athlete. You were never a model.
No.
None of these things happen. You are a journalist. You talk to R. Kelly.
She's had plenty of interviews outside of R. Kelly.
If anything, then make it across the. Who's the other one from the Good Morning America?
Oh,
one?
Robin.
Robin is a former athlete.
She is.
So
basketball, right?
Yes, I could take Robin. She was a hooper.
And a breast cancer survivor.
I could take Robin because you're a hooper. So then you show how being a great athlete and still continuing, you still look good. Now, I could live with that. You know what I'm saying? And then if you added a couple other athletes in that department, I could live with that.
How old is Dawn?
Dawn Staley?
Yeah.
I think Dawn might be in her 50s.
Okay.
But I don't think you're going to see Dawn look like that because Dawn looked like a little boy from Philly. And I think she intends it to be that way. Dawn Staley is 54.
Okay.
But I don't think you gonna ever see Dawn in no dress like that. But there's a lot that you could.
Yes.
For example, Lisa Leslie.
Yes.
One of the originals. You know what I'm saying? Swin Cash and Cheryl Swoops. And there's a lot of older women that you could put on besides the journalist Gayle.
That's
this make sense.
That's
man.
what we're trying to figure out.
Crazy.
I don't know who this was. Like I said, if it was women's health, or like you said, there was an array of women in this age bracket, and
you know who nobody would be mad about if they were on that front? Angela Bassett.
Somebody else said Angela Bassett. Yeah.
How do we go to Woody,
nigga,
from Toy Story? Because that's what that head looked like, and that smile still looks like. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Said that her whole spread looked like she said, huh?
Right.
Gayle,
this was phenomenal. Terrible, man. This was a terrible idea. I'm sorry. This was a terrible idea. Her face looks like she's about to break for a commercial right now. And we'll be back after this.
Gayle.
Screw you, Sports Illustrated. Throw this whole episode in the trash.
Gayle, you look phenomenal, honey. Like you said, I have a few questions for.
Does she look phenomenal? Yes. I'm
69
years old. Great. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that don't get a chance to see 69. I get it. But put your suit back on, your pantsuit and your shirt, and do interviews. This ain't it. Who said Gayle was sex appeal?
Somebody on the marketing team of Sports Illustrated.
And that's why they're about to lose their magazine. And I'm not saying that somebody likes it. I mean, Oprah clearly does. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, she looks like what we all think. She does. She looks like what we think. We think her and Oprah are together, and that's what it looks like on that cover. Like, who is this for? Who is this for? Stedman?
As I said, this would have been.
Do she even got a dude?
Who, Gayle?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yep.
I'm not sure.
Oprah. Let's go.
Anyway,
next one.
This would have been a perfect cover for
terrible.
Women's Health. But I do like your idea, Sports Illustrated. Maybe you should do something like that, to where we actually catch up with some of the older women in
that still look good, because they are out there.
Yes.
Especially those older WNBA ladies. They still look good.
Yeah.
Now, the ones that don't look like little boys, leave the Dons alone. Because Don looked like one of your homies that you want to dap up. Like, Don, what's up, bro?
And it would be good to, get the day in the life of, learn about their skincare regimen, what it is they do, what they eat. That would have been something where
maybe we're giving away $1 million idea.
Yeah. Because I'm saying I would have read that. I 100% would have read that article as someone who is 36 trying to figure out what the older, athletes are doing, but anyway, we don't get to make those decisions. So moving on.
What we do know is this ain't it. All right, let's go.
Of what isn't it? Tom Brady, he had some issues with his roast. Now, I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch it on Netflix. He had an entire roast that had Kevin Hart and a few other comedians that did what essentially the title is. They roasted him.
Is it a video?
Well, there's a video down there.
All right.
The first one. And he got on, he was invited on the pivot, and he had this to say.
Away from that, like, did you learn anything new about yourself?
Which
or
part?
Any of your, just throughout the whole part
Of the roast?
of the roast?
I like I said, I loved when the jokes were about me. I thought they were so fun. I didn't like the way that it affected my kids. So it's the hardest part about, like, the bittersweet aspect of when you do something that you think is one way, and then all of a sudden you realize I wouldn't do that again because of the way that it affected actually the people that I care about the most in the world. So like it makes you in some ways a better parent going through it, because again, sometimes you're naive, you don't know, or you get a little like, oh shit, and like I said, I when I signed up for that, I love when people were making fun of me, and I always said, like, when I was going through all the Deflategate stuff in 2015, 2016, I watched 3 things on TV. I watched Premier League soccer, I watch golf, and I watch comedy shows. Because every time I turn on Sports Center, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
So it's like, I just want to like laugh. And so I wanted to do the roast because the guy Jeff Ross became someone that I knew. And then you don't see the full picture all the time. So I think it's a good lesson. Like for me as a parent, I'm going to be a better parent as I go forward because of it. And at the same time, I'm happy everyone who was there had a lot of fun. And I do think for me, just outside of, let's say that, it always is good. Like if we're not laughing about things, we're crying. And I think we should have more fun. Like the guys, like what did we love? We loved laughing in the locker room. Let's do more of that and love each other. And come on, man, celebrate other people's success.
So
here we go. I have my employer's clothes on, so I have to watch my mouth because I have now two principals watching me, so I got to be careful of how I say what I say. But I'm gonna say it like this.
Speaking of, where's Miss Galdamez? Where's she at?
Probably busy because end of the year stuff. She got 3 kids. So
oh wow.
Here's what we're gonna say.
Yes, sir.
About Tom Brady and the roast. And Giselle, is it his wife? Okay.
Ex-wife.
Tom got paid $25 million to sit in that seat for his own roast.
His own roast?
For his own roast. He got paid to sit in that seat. Now, I don't think we need to say anything else. Everybody, including Giselle, has eaten off of this man for years. And at some point in time, I need Tom in interviews to stop being the nice guy. Because you're a jerk on the field.
As I've heard.
But then you are politically correct when you get in front of these cameras. And if I'm Tom and I have paid multiple millions of dollars to a woman who slept with her gym instructor and these raggedy kids that I keep, y'all get everything y'all want. If people want to tell a few jokes about this situation, it ain't hurting us because we are rich and white in America.
And loved. People love Tom Brady.
I am Tom Brady. I have more rings than Michael Jordan in my sport. I'm the GOAT. If they need to tell a couple jokes so this check can clear, Giselle, shut up. You're still mad because I chose football instead of you. But guess what? Football has to continue to pay all these bills. It's the last thing you did, G. Kids, shut up. I don't care how you feel. Because guess what? I'm sure all y'all drive or you're escorted in the beautifulest cars ever. You go to the best schools, you wear the best clothes, you are in the best neighborhoods, and you trying to tell me these jokes hurt y'all feelings, but did the $25 million check that cleared that I know y'all gonna ask me for some money, ask me for some clothes, ask me for some cars? Giselle, you still living off me because your husband is not, she's just like Shaq. You're still my ex. You're not his husband or his wife.
And she still gets paid from Victoria's
So
Secret.
can everybody shut up? You see what I'm saying? Like laughter, like he said, I just want to laugh. And I'm sure Giselle made his life hell because when he said, I'm playing football for one more year, she was, you chose football over the family. I've lived that life. Here's the thing. If football is bringing in coins like him, I don't care. You ain't raising them kids. You buying nannies. You ain't cleaning your house. You got a maid.
Yes, this is true.
So let's not act like you and Tom's connection was so tight and so close that you just missed him. You better get your Taylor Swift on because I know we didn't see you in those crowds. What the are we talking about? I am so tired of feelings.
I see.
When it comes down to the money.
To the what?
The money.
Okay.
Poor people have feelings because we got to figure this out.
We got to figure it
we got to figure it out. And I got to like you during this poor process. But a $25 million check from Netflix for me to sit here. And now, all right, you mad because they threw you a couple bad jokes. All right, okay, I give you, I got 25, I give you about 4. You good with 4? Because these kids gonna take most of it. All right, cool. You got $4 million out of the deal just to hear a couple jokes. How about you not cheat with your gym instructor and we wouldn't be here? Because those were the jokes.
That's the way we work that one.
Money. I hate hearing rich people with poor people problems.
Because what is it?
Money. I hate hearing rich people with poor people problems. Tom should not be going through what I'm going through. Me. Now let's imagine we go to the Improv and I'm with Chiquita and a comedian starts to go too far. As a man, I got two options here because I don't have money. So then now the jokes mean like, it might be true. He's broke and fat. Ha 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 ha. He's a teacher. Ha ha ha. Now I'm just sitting there like, see, because my money don't change things. Now put Tom Brady and Giselle in that same situation. All they got to do is go, and his show's over. Why are y'all having what? Money. If I was Tom, I'd be like, you know what? I don't know why they was tripping.
Right.
These damn kids.
Right.
I'm tired of kids' feelings. People care about kids' feelings entirely too much. Sometimes you need to learn how you're feeling. You know what? It hurt, didn't it? Yeah, well, tell your mother not to be a hoe. Because that's what she did.
Well, then.
Because I'm out here playing football, so she want to sleep with the gym instructor who's not Tom Brady.
Well.
Who doesn't have 6 rings. Or 7.
And is not getting paid $25
and who ain't getting $25 million just to sit there and let people clown.
That is insane.
You got the not Tom Brady. All these women who have decided to marry the not superstar guy are just mad because they realize I don't have the superstar guy. Just like Shawnee. You still explaining. And Shaq just said, I bet you didn't love me. And she's like, but see, y'all got to understand the intentionality about the book.
She said a bunch of nothing.
And I'm like, well, maybe you should have just kept your mouth shut because people like Shaq more than they like you. Giselle, you're old in your business. It's done.
Yeah, it's done.
People love Tom Brady more than they love you. People have to realize who's the star of the relationship, right? Because there's always a star. There's always an uneven balance in the relationship. And it's okay. You just got to know your place, right? People look at me, they'll look at her. How did you do it? It's an uneven balance, brother, but I hold my own. And what you don't do is try to outshine or get upset about the shine that the other person got.
I hold my own.
I hold my own. It's an uneven balance, brother, but I hold my own. I ain't no slouch. Same thing with Shawnee. Like, okay, you married Shaq. You will never find another man as valuable to the world as Shaquille O'Neal. And the reason why I say valuable to the world is because Shaq takes his money and gives it to people.
He does.
Shaq has more than Nike and more than any other shoe company. Shaq has sold more shoes than any of them by having his shoe in Walmart. So you got a pastor telling people to shut up at church. His money is the church. So he's not the star. Shaq's the star. Tom Brady farts dollars forever. He'll never, ever, 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 ever worry about money. You have a gym instructor. You're mad about that. He's only feeling the pressure because Giselle said she didn't appreciate those jokes.
Right.
Well, you shouldn't have left Tom Brady. Sorry. You are now a joke. They made just as many jokes about her as they did Tom.
They did.
Because guess what? That's the GOAT you're talking about right there. The GOAT. You are just another chick walking the runway with. They made other yous after. There is no other him. And you're mad about that. Well, then. And I mean, it's a Coach Block rant. It is. And clearly people are in it now because I woke up. It's because this makes me mad.
Did you actually watch the roast?
I did.
Okay.
I think
did
the
you
roast.
Enjoy it?
Nah.
Okay.
I think people went too far with some of the jokes? No.
Okay.
It's a roast.
Mm-hmm.
But why do we want to roast Tom Brady?
Which
He's corny.
is a point that most people had. Like some people were saying the roast is meant to push the envelope. And then it's also not meant to be televised because it pushes the envelope.
Well, there's a lot. Like that's when we found out Richard Pryor was gay.
Yeah.
In his roast, because he said the first man he ever slept with was introduced to him by Paul Mooney.
Yeah.
And he called Robin Williams a queen. That's when everybody was like, what in the hell is going on? So for those that didn't know, go on YouTube and watch the Richard Pryor roast. And whoa, you think Tom Brady was bad? Sheesh. But
that's the purpose of a roast.
That's what we're doing here, right? But then, Giselle, we got to bring you up because you're a part of his career. So instead of sitting there getting in your feelings and letting your little feelings get hurt, here we go about feelings again. $25 million. Hey, you get on the Tom. I know you're gonna break me off because that wasn't right. They ain't have to go there. You could have set the terms and conditions of what was and what was off limits. You didn't do that. It's gonna cost you. I get that, but at the end of the day, I'm sorry. We had comments. I was going in. What was this?
Just like he told old boy not to talk about Robert Kraft and the massage sting, he was like, "Don't you ever say that shit again."
Right. Here we go.
A roast has no boundaries. That's true. Got to go do hair. Oh, well, bye, girl.
Okay. So that's what I'm doing. Hair. 641.
Nigga, okay, stay focused.
You better be doing hair, I swear for God.
Because we need what?
Hold on, I'm trying not to bust out laughing like ridiculously because we need money. Because that's
dreams.
what it's all about.
We got dreams.
It's about the money.
Mm-hmm.
If she got a cut of that, she wouldn't feel bad. The problem is that money went to Tom because y'all ain't married no more.
Mm-hmm.
So if she got a cut of that 25, she wouldn't care. Who would? You can joke about me for gas, a full tank of gas. You want to have a roast? I need gas. Let's go for it.
Absolutely not.
Because you know why? You have to laugh at yourself. That is what, to be honest, think about what wilding out is. That's all wilding out is just capping on each other. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth. I don't understand how they don't fight more often. Because I'd be like, man, you know me, bro. Don't chill. But, don't nobody know Giselle. They just making jokes about it, which is funny. She did actually cheat with the gym instructor. And you had Tom Brady. Wow. Now you have not Tom Brady. And he's still Tom Brady. You know how dumb you got to feel? That's why Shawnee's doing what she's doing. You know how dumb you got to feel? You only got your franchise because you were married to Shaq. Basketball wives. If you weren't married to Shaq, you wouldn't have any of that. My failure still made you money. And you got the nerve. I was Shaq. I'd put a gag order on her book. Tell the pastor to write you a book with his non-pastoring ass. I started watching some of his stuff. That nigga is corny. Who likes this guy?
A lot of people do, I guess.
He's terrible. He is terrible. He is Creflo Dollar terrible. I'm sorry.
Are you ready? Move on.
I can't stand Shawnee or that dumbass show, right? They're terrible. You created a whole lane of loser women who failed in relationships with other guys who are still successful even after y'all are now losers. Because y'all fight women and each other and throw glasses of wine on travels and vacations and shit. And everybody was like, this is a great show. If I was Shaq and them, I'd be like, y'all got to be kidding me. Oh, God, you're terrible. Then they put the one on there who was married to Cordell Stewart. She's the worst.
That's not the right franchise.
Oh, it's not?
That's Real Housewives.
Okay, then she's worse too. But she was married to an athlete. Which one was with that's Tammy, right?
From Real World?
Tammy is with Basketball Wives,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And we know how terrible Tammy's been terrible for years, ever since the Real World.
But she's getting paid. She's booked and busy.
Because everybody likes angry black women. Angry black women create a lot of. If you got on here and was like, fuck niggas, because I hate them, they'd be like, you know what? I like the scruff of your chin, kid. Say it again. All you got to do is say, I hate niggas because niggas ain't this and niggas ain't that. And take a drink and be like, and you're my brother and I hate you too. Psh. I'm like, we'll go viral. All you got to do is hate on other people that look like you.
Are we done?
Just saying. We're not viral because we love our own people. The moment we start getting on here talking about, let me tell you why I hate more black people. Black people will hate us and watch us, and white people will support because we're really turning into a minstrel show in front of their face. If we turn into a minstrel show,
how did we get here?
I woke up.
How did we get here? We went from Tom Brady to a minstrel show. Bring it back.
Because you know what? That's what a roast really is. A roast is just throwing jokes out there. It's a minstrel show. And she couldn't handle it, so she got mad and then made Tom Brady go on the pivot and talk stupid. Like, that was stupid, Tom. What are you apologizing for when you took $25 million to do it? And then you can't say, hey, y'all, I got $25 million. We got to read it in the notes like, but hey, you got paid $25 million to do this. Now you sat up there and lied. Well, it hurt the people that I truly care about and love. Did you love her when she was taking half your money, Tom?
It's time to move on.
Money.
It's time.
I'm sorry.
To move on.
It's been a while since I had a good rant.
It has.
There's another one.
That just supports the narrative of black women being angry, loud, and ghetto.
And Shawnee got paid off of it. That's what she got paid off of. And because she used to, there came a point when I tried to watch the show and she wouldn't even say much.
No,
she would just sit back and let them do.
She slowly started to exit out of the show.
And people was turning in, girl, did you see? Why?
You know why. People love drama. And I'm not even going to say it's a gender thing. People love drama.
Yeah, because the what is the Italian version of the Housewives?
Oh, Mob Wives.
They tuned into that, and they were worst.
Yeah, and it got pretty serious, so they had to go ahead and pull that show. People were about to end up missing, so they went ahead and said, "Yeah, let's go ahead and pull this show off the air."
I'm sorry,
so,
we're back.
Moving on.
Okay.
For those of you who were super excited about the nostalgia of the Super Mario Brothers animated movie that actually did wonders, it was one of the highest grossing movies of last year.
Fantastic movie. Well, I truly enjoyed it.
There is good news. Chris Pratt, who played the voice of Mario, he said that there is room for an entire cinematic universe of Nintendo games. So he said it's not just going to stop at the Super Mario Brothers. They're actually thinking about, the origins of Yoshi. They're talking about Zelda and a few others. So they really want to build this out, almost kind of like what they're doing with Marvel. Thoughts?
No.
No, just leave it alone.
Let Mario be. Mario holds it down. Every time everybody try to venture out, it's like, that's why Nintendo's holding on by a thread right now. Like, just stick to what works. Ain't nobody going to go watch no Zelda movie. Zelda takes too long. It's a long story behind Zelda.
I don't even know the story.
Exactly. See, with Mario, it's just go save the princess and jump on things and say, it's a me. Wow. Yoo-hoo. That's it. As soon as you start getting into some of those other stories like Metroid, and Metroid is a long story, aliens and all that stuff, you can do it, but it's like it'll take us forever to get these movies. Just keep pumping out Mario. Because Mario has at least 3 real Marios. The rest of these other Marios is like, what? But there's at least 3 real Marios. 1, 2, and 3. So let's stick with that. Or you can do Donkey Kong.
Yes.
Because he was entertaining in Mario Brothers movie. But leave all that other stuff alone. And that's me. There may be people that be like, what you?
I mean, because people were excited about hearing at the possibility of a Zelda movie. So
maybe it's because I just didn't like the game. I'm like, man, what? Think potions and magic and all, man. I just want to boing, boing, boing. So maybe it's me and my retardedness. Maybe I'm the wrong one.
Don't say retarded.
Oh, yes. But I was talking about myself.
Still not a good word to use.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe it's
We
me.
will get canceled.
Don't mess up the money.
Come on, nigga.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. We're back. We're back.
And while we're talking about movies, this movie
She said, don't say retarded, and said, come on, nigga. What?
Because we can allow that. We can allow that.
Now, look, you can't be saying retarded.
You can't say
Nigga.
Can't say it.
Oh,
People
what
get
type
canceled.
of world do we live?
Now, look,
Don't say it.
you can't say that word,
Don't
nigga.
say it.
Wait a minute. You
Say
just
it.
called me out.
Mhm. So pull it together, nigga. Let's go. Almost at the top of the hour.
I cannot stand this planet sometimes, man, because it's true. Because if you think about how smooth we transition, now you can't say that word, nigga. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. All right, my fault. But I was talking about me. But wait, rewind. We just neighborly. Now, just accept that. We can do that. Oh, Lord. Who do we have next?
Speaking of accept, this is something that I don't know if a lot of people are going to accept. But if you remember, one of these nostalgic classics, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Well, this movie.
I didn't like the real one.
Really?
No.
I loved it. Well, this movie is getting a remake, and not only is it being remade, but it is being remade with an all-black cast. Now, of course, this is getting some mixed reviews because people enjoyed the original, and now everyone is at this point where they're just tired of remakes. Like, okay, can we just get some original content? Can we get some, new stories and, just overall new ideas to give us movies that have already been made, but to just put black people in it and then say, oh, here we go. What? I promise you nobody was begging for this movie to be remade. I promise you. Not a single soul. Not a single person.
Nah, we can leave that off the board. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. That looked like Baby Kids plus Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. You see what I'm saying? Like, look at the kids again. Like, why do we always we always got to have the stereotypical black guy with the chains, attitude black woman in the front,
probably the dark sister
or the smart sister, and then the young little black kid who's telling everybody we shouldn't do that. Stereotypical, and they went for it because guess what? The money. Everybody needs a check.
Because if they came to you and said, hey, we need somebody in this film and we'll pay you, would you have done it?
I'm the dad with the belt. I'll beat y'all kids because I beat black kids because that's what they think black dads do is just beat black kids. Give me that belt.
That's all we get portrayed as in movies.
Don't make me take my belt off. Woo! God damn it, why can't I eat the food I want to eat? I don't care about no diabetes.
That's all our dialogue. Beat kids, belts, diabetes, jail.
And I've been working.
I'm working and I'm angry. That part's true. now that
there's some validity.
well, wait a minute. That part's true. I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. Yeah, it's gonna be like the good time. But now I will say this:
there we go.
Stick with the Good Times cartoon. The only reason why I say that is because once I got past the first episode that was supposed to piss everybody off, the other episodes actually have very good messages behind them.
But was it funny?
No. But they had good messages about like why we can't fix the ghetto, why we are fighting against fighting against each other in the ghetto. There was some narratives in there where I'm like, I see what y'all tried to do, but these aren't funny topics, so you can't make them jokes. You know what I'm saying? They talked about like how guns infiltrate the neighborhoods and how propaganda go between black people and is inserted in our neighborhoods that aren't even, some of that stuff's not even true.
Mhm.
So it had its points where I'm like, yeah, you got to get past that first coonery episode. And then now it's like, oh, I get it. I get what y'all are trying to do, but these aren't funny topics.
Yeah.
So to try to make humor of it is where you're just stuck. Like, yeah, you're right. It's like somebody making a joke about the truth where you're like, yeah, that's about it.
No, I don't have any interest in watching it, so I believe you.
Trash.
And speaking of trash, this guy is back at it again. Now, I'm sure you all... No, not Tyrese.
Oh,
I'm sure you all remember when we were talking about Quiet on the Set and we were talking about Dan Schneider, and he was essentially Nickelodeon at the time. He was the one that came up with all the concepts of the shows. He was the showrunner, director, producer, all those things. And one person that people were wanting to hear from the original All That cast were Keenan, Kel, and then Lori Beth Denberg, because they were the originals. Well, Lori Beth is finally speaking out, and she said, and I quote,
which one is which?
This nigga. She says, and I quote, during her 4 seasons starting in All That between 1994 and 1998, Lori Beth Denberg said Schneider put her in countless uncomfortable situations. She said he lashed out at her on the set, played porn for her on multiple occasions, and once initiated phone sex. Now, she said that looking back, she's disturbed by the power imbalance between herself and Schneider, who was a decade older than she was, and one of the most powerful people working on All That. Now, of course, Dan Schneider is denying everything. He has yet to take any real accountability of what has happened, with these kids. And he said, Lori Beth's accusations of me are wildly exaggerated and in most cases false. As I have previously stated, there were times, particularly in the early years of my career, that I made mistakes and exhibited poor judgment as a leader. If I did that with respect to Lori Beth, I sincerely apologize to her, but I cannot apologize for things that I did not do. And it's funny that literally after Lori Beth came out with this statement, then he released his. Literally within seconds, one of the younger girls that was on Nickelodeon, Victoria Justice, who was early millennium, she came out and was like, oh, Dan, he was awesome. And, I always felt comfortable in his presence. It was very, very timely. Like, okay. Why didn't you say anything before? But now that Lori Beth has come out and said something, then I'm going to go ahead and call up one of, my friends or one of the people that I felt was on my team and have them speak out on my behalf.
Excuse me. I believe that he did everything people are saying he has done.
Honestly, I do too. And I think not only from watching the documentary, but also seeing Keenan on Tamron's show when he was, you can see in his eyes that something happened, and you can see that it hurt because he was on the verge of tears. And, he's very careful about what he said, but he was also on the show during that time with Lori Beth Denberg. Mm-hmm. So I do feel like Keenan knows a lot more than what was said. And what I will say is everybody can't be lying.
No, I mean, he did it. Predators pick which people they attack. Mm-hmm. So some people may have had a decent experience with him, while others may have had a horrendous experience with him. So I believe that everything that is said about this man, he did. There's no joke. It's sad because these were kids. Mm-hmm. This is what makes me so infuriated about the fact that everybody is just kind of sitting still, where if there is something that can be done, it needs to be done, because these were kids. And so if this is happening then that means it's also happening now.
Absolutely. So
it may not be Dan, it may be somebody else, but there's predators around these kids, and we need to do a better job protecting them.
Absolutely.
That's I don't like. Now I joke about adults all day, but kids, nah, man. In those type of situations, that's terrible. And if that, because she got to live with that as an adult, and then now people are gonna try to tell you you're crazy.
Why didn't you come out sooner, or any of those things? And even like, Mr. Purvis said, why is he not staring down the barrel of a gun like R. Kelly? Well, we know why. We know exactly why. Dan Schneider was a very, very, very powerful man, like Lori Beth was saying, and he made Nickelodeon tons of money, a ridiculous amount of money. So do you think that they're going to compromise money over what, a couple of kids are saying? No.
Because R. Kelly was just giving us picnic songs. Step in the name of love. Step in the name of love. That's all we got. Nickelodeon is a whole enterprise. We just got the Chocolate Factory.
We're gonna move on. Because you are on one today.
And then what's sad is that I enjoy R. Kelly's music. The ones that you don't be like, wait a minute, what did he say? Mm-hmm. But the other ones, like, the man was so damn talented.
And Fortunate is one of my favorite songs.
Well, yeah, he wrote that and he wrote Life. Mm-hmm. Like, he wrote most of that soundtrack. Mm-hmm. Well, it's disturbing, but do you cut him off when he comes on?
I don't listen to his music now, but I listen to Fortunate though.
I won't say what I do. I don't want nobody to get mad because I'm gonna listen.
Anyway,
I'm not gonna play, but I'm not gonna cut him off. He come on the radio and it's good, huh?
I don't even know if he comes on the radio anymore.
I know there's somebody breaking out the champagne, and I know I'm right there. It's step.
Moving on.
Dip it now. Their parents didn't care. Not my fault. I'm gonna listen to this jam. Everybody was guilty, not just him. So why is he the only one sitting in jail? I'm gonna listen to this jam. Straight up. I think that's the wackest part. If I was R. Kelly, all that not snitching stuff, not me. Don't do no crime with me. Because if I get in trouble, I'm telling. Now he's sitting in jail, but all them other people who fed his predatory hunger are out. He didn't do it by himself. Everybody's sitting there talking about this woman and she do this stupid little dance. You are just as wrong.
I still don't know why people are supporting her.
You knew what this man did. Then you get on there and cry ugly, get the check. And then now you want to be out here dancing, looking crazy, as if we didn't see what you said. Moments after the documentary, you're in the car talking about, that's my baby daddy, because the check cleared. The money. The root of all evil, baby. I'm trying to tell you, the money. The money. That's what's going to bring Kanye back to black. Attack his money. That's what's going to get Shawnee to stop talking stupid and go back to her husband. The money. Tia Mowry, how you say it? Mm-hmm. She had the money. He didn't. So that's why she's like, you know what? Cut scene. This is over. Then it says this. How would you feel? How would you feel?
Where are we going? What's happening?
How would you feel if your wife divorced you, and in your situation, your husband divorced you, and then made a meme and a reel talking about how hard it was being a single dad? Wouldn't you be like, you divorced me? You didn't have to be a single dad. What are we celebrating here? Like, what are we talking about? I find that to be so undermining. When you asked this man for the divorce, you wanted a divorce. He didn't want a divorce. You wanted a divorce. Then now you also want praise for being a single mom. Well, baby, you made yourself a single mom.
Did she? That don't mean you ain't supposed to be there for the kids.
You're not technically a single mother because he's in the child's life. Yeah. But why do you sell it? She says it. She literally had it like that. You know that song where it's like, it was hard and something and don't ask me how I did it. It was hard. So she's saying that as she's saying being a single mom.
Maybe she's operating out of a place of hurt.
But you created the hurt.
I'm not saying that she didn't.
Like,
but, people do stupid things.
And that's where I'm just like, why not just apologize and fix it? Because at this point in time, you look stupid because he hasn't said a word. But we see you constantly on reels and on camera and talking about single life and single and my DMs ain't open and da 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 da. But you asked for this life. This is why I say all the time, baby, I'm in it to win it. Because that other side, like there's a crack here, guys. That side, clearly y'all didn't listen to what Kim went through yesterday. There is nothing cute on the other side. Work it out. Like, and don't celebrate like, oh, this is single mom thing. Is like, you're not a single mother. He is, man, he's right there. He takes his kids. Oh, this is so hard. I don't know how, you know what? I don't know how people can do this.
How did we get here?
Because people be BSing. That's how we got here. Dan Snyder has a team of people around him that are BSing, and nobody's holding him accountable.
No, because he makes them a lot of money.
R. Kelly had a team of people around him, and nobody's holding that team of people that assisted him accountable. Tia, you made a dumb decision, and there are people around you that allowed you to make that dumb decision, but let's not celebrate the fact that you're doing something that you, in fact, asked for. This is what I'm saying about, like, when we got to have like people to hold us accountable. You gotta have people to be like, nah, I don't think you should do that. All these yes people that are around, all these people that we just mentioned, other people's lives are affected in a negative way. Her children not with the father, and the father now over here on some different stuff because you wanted a divorce. While everybody built the wall like, yeah, girl. Then now that situation, now you're looking stupid because your reels don't make sense because you have an active father. You don't share the absentee father situation, but you want to make it seem like that. Boom, problem. R. Kelly, you're sitting in jail because you had a bunch of people around you all the time who made it, who nobody said, hey, bruh, you should chill. Just like our messy letter yesterday.
Yes.
Hey, bruh, you need to chill out. You can't get your wife back. You, sir, were messing with a college-aged woman.
Unprotected.
Unprotected, and filmed it and then put on porn sites. That's whoa. Whoa. I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand watching a person that you say you care about just go down in flames, like, and not be like, no, don't, that you're going too far.
I see where you're coming from.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Dan, somebody around you that you trust knew that you're going too far.
But you do know that there are instances where people will speak up, and that person, because of money, will be like, don't tell me how I need to do this because I now am at a status where I can do whatever it is that I want to do.
You're right. And at that point in time, then I need to execute my option to say that what the wrongs are. Because in every situation we named, you know who was hurt the most? The children.
Oh, yeah.
Like seeing mom and dad not together anymore and they're still, her children are young, the children are affected, whether we want to believe it or not. R. Kelly, oh God, we didn't even talk about how much you damaged kids. Dan Snyder, how much you damaged kids because the adults kept quiet. And if we would tell and open up more in the beginning, it'll be easier to prove it. Because after years of it, everybody's like, well, what? Because then now you got to go back and piece things together. So you got to kind of say things up front. And I think, and this is not a rant or a tangent that I'm saying, like we hear women say all the time, they don't feel protected. A lot of that sense of not feeling protected is not when they're adults. It's coming from when they were children, because there are other people who know Uncle Creepy, Cousin Creepy, and just say, don't go around them. Nah, man, Cousin Creepy need to be dealt with. Uncle Creepy needs to be dealt with, because now this trauma that continues goes into the adulthood, and then now you hear women saying, and this is true. I've heard a group of men, and this is one of the topics that we'll talk about in the men's month. When women say they don't feel protected, what do they mean? And a lot of this trauma comes from not necessarily them as adults because they can protect themselves. It comes from something that has happened when they were younger where they were not protected. And in every situation that we're talking about, slightly joking about, kids were not protected. And that is, to me, one of the things that I say is the most, and I got to say it how I say it, so Corneth Holder, don't get mad at me. Kids not being protected is one of the most fucked up things that could possibly happen to them, because now they are supposed to trust adults, and now you can't.
And no one ends up believing the abused.
Nope.
You have to do so much in order for somebody to believe you. And then, as we said with Lori Beth, now that she's coming out as a woman in her 40s, like, well, why did you say something now? Because if I would have said something then, nobody would have believed me, because it's Dan Schneider. Everybody loves him.
Terrible.
He's the funny guy. He's the cool guy. He's like the big brother. Nobody would think that Dan Schneider would do these things. So of course you're not going to say anything.
It's terrible.
Nobody's going to believe you.
It's terrible, man. That's
Same
terrible.
thing with R. Kelly. Nobody's going to say anything because it's R. Kelly. What do you mean? What? It's R. Kelly, damn it.
But that Step in the Name of Love still hits. So
moving on.
We got
because that was a really long tangent.
It was, because the tangent only existed because in each situation, I think we need to do a better job holding our friends and family accountable when decisions are made that are shaky. Like, hey, let's think about that. Like you said, people gonna do what they want to do, but at least somebody got to step up, because nobody should be hurt because another person just feels like I want to do that. Nah, man, chill the fuck up. Don't do that. So with that being said,
moving on,
it's time for,
we have one more.
Oh, we have the Jigga Man?
Yes.
Oh, what did Joe Camel do?
Well, no, it wasn't him. And I'm realizing that Cam Newton is a very, very expressive man, and he's just all over the place. But anyway,
Cam is very, very
Ludacris was on Cam Newton's podcast, and Cam was, essentially asking him, and he went on a whole roundabout way of asking, but essentially saying, like, if you were locked up for 2 hours or whatever have you, who would win in a writing battle between you and Hove? And Ludacris.
I didn't watch this, but hopefully Ludacris said him.
Yes, he said himself, which
Jay-Z don't write.
True. Which set social media on flame, but go ahead and check out the clip.
Wheezy. Verse. Like, if I sit this person down in the room and sit you person down in the room, you guys have 2 hours to create a verse.
A verse.
Ludacris versus
Radio Boy.
Hove.
A verse? I would have to say win. I would win on that one.
Hove?
Yeah.
Tell me, knowing that, almost like what's that shit on Netflix right now? Love is Blind. If they give you like a boom, talk about it. You know who you're going against.
Yeah,
you got 2 hours. Give me some shit that you.
No, I'm just. Oh, you talking about? Wait, say it again.
So you had a situation where, hey, I lock you in a room for 2 hours and lock Hove in a room 2 hours. Y'all got to create a verse.
Right. And I mean, that's a strong statement to say that, because again, Hove is definitely one of my favorites as well. Verses, man, I'm just gonna go in and metaphor and style in terms of like flow. Like I'm gonna kill that shit. And it's not to say that Hove is not gonna kill that shit,
sure.
But I'm like, when you say shit like that and it puts me in a category like, oh shit, I'm going against Hove, I got to, like, every fucking word, every line, every style, every flow, every metaphor, I got to go. So you got to go back and listen to, there was a song with me, Nas, and Hove on my album called I Do It for Hip Hop. So dope.
So social media went insane because they're like, no way in hell. Hove is better. He does it right. It comes off the dome. So of course he would win. He's far better. But I know you are a Jigga fan.
Yeah.
Who do you think would win? And do you feel like Ludacris
would eat him alive? No different than Eminem. When you give somebody time to write for a person who doesn't write, and Jay-Z doesn't fit every beat, Ludacris fits a multitude of beats. So like was for in Renegade with
Mhm.
Eminem and Jay-Z. Was Jay-Z spitting? If you go back and listen, Jay-Z was spitting,
Mhm.
but he wasn't riding the beat like Eminem.
Right.
See, I'm a poet to some regular modern day Shakespeare. Jesus
Mhm.
Christ the King. He's rolling with it. Where Jay-Z had was choppy because Jay-Z stuff is like he's trying to cut. Ludacris is the same way as Eminem. He's going to use his metaphors and ride the beat and be able to know when he, how he makes the little
Mhm.
he's going to be able to do that where Jay-Z can't. He don't have that.
That
Just like Jay-Z said, I'm not a Busta Rhymes. Like Busta Rhymes could take something and tear it to
Yes.
shreds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm so mad I won't be able to go to that.
yeah.
concert.
Whereas Jay-Z got his lane, he got his style, and it's consistent, and it's been consistent throughout his career.
Mhm.
Whenever he tries to flow on something different, it's like, I don't know. This ain't it.
Mhm.
Like, so I'm taking Ludacris.
I thought the same. Social media definitely was coming for Ludacris, which I didn't think was fair.
I don't think Ludacris gets the credit he deserves.
He does not. No, he definitely doesn't. And I 110% believe that Luda would kill that shit, and for all the reasons that you claimed. So,
And I need that hat.
Really?
That hat was dope. The oversized hat with the HNIC on it. I need that hat. Though I like those oversized hats. I think they're funny. Like if you was doing something like that interview, that fits Ludacris because he does this stuff with big. That hat is dope. I would do TDS with that. The hat's getting bought. Let me see. Until
that
they
hat
tell
is
me.
probably $1 million.
Unless it probably was made specifically for him because the ones that are on lids are not that expensive.
There's actually oversized hats on lids.
Yeah. So really, what it is like a regular hat like this,
Mhm.
and then they just make it bigger. Because people started wearing them at the games. Once again, fans. You don't like those hats?
I think that looks ridiculous.
That's the point. It's funny.
Absolutely not.
If I can finance it, it will be purchased.
Absolutely not.
It is time for
the messy letter.
The messy letter.
All right.
Let's hear this craziness today.
All right, stick with me because this one is a little lengthy. All right. It says advice needed. Please post anonymously. My boyfriend and I have been together for 8 months, with the first 3 months of our relationship being long distance and the last 5 living together in my home. We met online, hit it off instantly, and began spending all of our free time video chatting. Being someone who struggles with long distance relationships and him seeming to agree, we began talking about him leaving his state and moving to mine to live with me. Since neither of us have a financial cushion, I suggested he wait until he had some money saved, his vehicle repaired, and could drive here instead of taking the bus. But he decided that he was going to stay for good when he came to visit for Christmas and started applying for jobs. Seeing that he only had one paycheck when he got here, his money ran out pretty fast, and he spent most of it on things for himself rather than helping me with rent. Fast forward to present time. He's been here for 5 months, just started working a week ago, and still hasn't gotten his first check, but came home yesterday with a Mother's Day gift for me and an outfit for himself, then did some more online shopping for himself later in the evening. The receipt in the bag shows that he spent $50+ and paid with a debit card. So I asked him where he got the money for shopping. He told me someone owed him money and left it at that. I'm a bit bothered by the fact that he has money but hasn't offered me anything towards a bill and is instead spending money on himself after I've been fully supporting him and buying him gifts for months. My friend says that I'm overreacting and should just wait until he gets his first check to see if he pays any money towards bills. But I would like to get other opinions if possible. What y'all think?
Well, I gotta, if I had wine, I would be swishing it around my mouth on this one because it depends on the character of the person that she's dealing with. Okay. So he could have gambled and got a couple dollars, and then now he's just, he bought something because FanDuel, it takes $5 and you can get you some loot.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he bet something and got some money during that time. I won't immediately criticize the brother and say he's hiding money, right? Because your lifestyle don't. Okay, she's tripping over a $50 dress and him getting an outfit, or a $50 gift for her and him getting an outfit.
No, he spent $50, but he got her an outfit. $50+.
He got her a $50+ outfit.
He bought her an outfit, but he spent $50+ on himself.
Okay, so then that's where, see, this is the money. She's tripping because he got some change and he finally bought himself something, but he also assured that he got her something as well.
Mm-hmm.
So is he not supposed to have anything? You see what I'm saying? Like, so, okay, you might not know. I'm like her girlfriend. What we're going to do is we're going to settle on in and we're going to see what happens with that first paycheck. Matter of fact, I want to know when the first paycheck hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to have a conversation about money prior to the check hitting, so that there's no confusion of what she needs. This is a situation where you have to communicate and put on your big girl draws, because you can simply ask, hey, thank you for the gift. You know, I thought you were strapped. I thought money was tight.
Mm-hmm. Well, he said someone owed him money.
All right. So then someone owed him money. And if that's the case, if you either you trust them or you don't. Now, if you start getting into all that second guessing and you don't trust them, so then now you got to look at yourself. Why don't I trust him?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because he said what he said. Somebody may have owed him something and then he cashed in on it. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, I'm strapped. I need that. Or he might have asked a friend and now he just labeled it as somebody owed me money. Because the one thing that men know about money is when you don't have it, you don't have no say-so in anything. So then now he feel, oh, well, I got to get me something and I got to get her something. And he did make sure he got her something. So chill out till the check comes. When the check comes, the conversation should be had before the check comes.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Definitely before the check comes, you need to, because don't assume anything. Don't assume that anybody's going to help or that he's going to give you anything, because we also don't know what's going on with him. Does he have any sort of like credit card issues? You said that he has a car that needs to be repaired. Is that still the case? You know, are there any bills that he essentially has to take care of, and how urgent are those needs? Because he might not be able to give anything towards that, but
Now,
that takes a
gonna
level
give
of
to the house
conversation.
now, because we got to keep a roof. So I need a couple dollars. I don't care if it's something, you got to give to the house, right? Then you worry about your personal bills after the house, because she's keeping the house together by herself. So you got to give something to the house. And then we need to figure out what you got left, how we handle the bills outside of the house that you have on your own, and what is the best move for that. You know what I'm saying? But it sounds like Buddy needs to get maybe 2 jobs, because clearly it don't sound like he got enough money.
Well, he doesn't have his check yet.
It's amazing that we started this day off talking about everything's about money. For the messy letter to only be, and I had no idea, about money. Hold on, we have a comment. Sorry.
Yes.
I can't get to it.
Yeah, that mouse sucks. It should be back now.
Go ahead.
I can't.
Oh, you can't see it?
Yeah.
There
She opened it up for it to be that way in the beginning. She should have stuck to the original plan, and he should have saved and then moved. Yeah, I do agree. There was no need to expedite anything. I understand that you get excited because it's like, oh, we spent the holidays together and I don't want you to leave and all stuff. No. We can still love each other from a distance. You get your stuff together, and then once you find
he's
a job,
here now.
Yeah.
Now getting them out is like getting a roach out.
Well, I don't think
crazy.
she wants him out, but like Mr. Purpose was saying, you already accepted that in the beginning. So to rush him when you knew what the situation was, you know, with him.
Yeah, you got to have conversation.
Yeah.
That's I'm not saying anybody is wrong. I agree with everybody in this situation except for her, because to sit there and wait is crazy. You should already have a plan. Yeah. All right, what's our game plan when you get paid? And then if we can't come to a game plan, then you probably should get back on that bus, because first of all, we're going to start there. He came by bus. See what I'm saying?
Because his car needed to be repaired.
So you have no money.
Mm-hmm.
So stay where you're at. So you don't get stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Because you came by bus. No one wants to drive by bus unless you have to.
But see, here's the other thing.
I'm not driving by buses. It's crazy. It's
When
crazy
she said
work.
that he visited for Christmas, said he started applying for jobs. Now he only had one paycheck, but the thing is he didn't help her with rent with that one paycheck. She said that he rather than spent it on things for himself. So
Because she didn't tell him that it was mandatory to do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now there should have been a talk after that of like, all right, now if you plan on staying with me, I need something, because even the whole thing of like gifting something for Valentine's Day, I'd rather you have given me that money for the house or for groceries. I'm pretty sure you a grown ass man eating.
Because that's crazy.
Yes.
That's
And
crazy.
if you gave her Mother's Day gift, that means that you have a child or children. So you have multiple mouths to feed. So this definitely should have been a conversation. Like Mr. Purvis said, before you even get here, make sure you have a job first. And then that way it makes that transition a little bit smoother. What did the ninja do with his car that needs to be fixed and his stuff? Yeah. Was he living with his mama? He just left everything he owned. And that's what I'm wondering too. Where's your stuff? What happened to the car? Did you plan on getting it fixed? Is it going to get fixed?
See, that's why there was 2 lanes. That's why I paused. So let's talk about the nigga bag. We've discussed this bag before. So he knew at this point in time that he had to come by bus because he had nowhere to stay. Somebody was putting him out where he was at before. The jig was up somewhere wherever he was at. Because the other part is to not want to go home, something's wrong. You don't want to go back, right? And so instead of talking to her honestly, you make a whole bunch of excuses. He probably has nothing. And so now that's how you can come there and sit, because whatever's back there is not valuable enough to go back and get, including the car. So he figured, well, she got it because she's living good. So let me go mess her life up. And then she accepted it in the name of love or lonely, one of the 2 L's. But didn't realize that you don't have a go-getter who's like, but nah, I'm gonna get on my feet. Let me go get this job. He got comfortable and was like, well, I mean, you got it, right? It's on you, right? So because she didn't put those parameters out there, now you got a dude that's just sitting on the couch. That check, when it comes in, the first one, he's not gonna give you a dime. And you're gonna have a problem on your hands because he is in the nigga bag.
And that's terrible. That is awful. Right. Ain't no way a brother gonna leave his car and everything he owns to jump up and move.
Not to stay with no woman. It ain't happening. It's not happening.
And that's what's odd to me, because you're sitting here saying, oh, you're applying for jobs, but once the holiday came around, okay, I understand. Visit each other. But like you said, you have business to tend to back at home. You're saying that, oh, I got to get my car fixed. Oh, I got to do this, that, and the third. Like you said, what's your living situation? Because did you break your lease? Are you paying rent? Are you staying with somebody?
Well, see, what happened was I owe a couple dollars back home. I might be ready to be evicted. That's why we're not going back home. My shit could be gone. But I need you to understand the situation that I'm in. And let's not ask a lot of questions.
We're not asking questions. Don't come up in this house and not pay for anything. Like, wait a minute.
Well, I mean, I got some time because, you got it. You didn't ask me before. I'm trying to tell y'all how they think. Now I'm trying. So then we gonna just lay up because we done had sex and all this other stuff, and no one talked about the money. Because why? I make you feel guilty about it because I'm financially strapped.
Fuck that shit. Because nobody told your broke ass to come down here.
That's why he needed to be put out. You see what I'm saying? So it gets to a point where if I don't see you working to help me, then you got to go back home.
You got to go. And this outfit that you got me is not, I don't need an outfit. I need help with these bills because I'm pretty sure now that you have a whole other adult, your bills have increased.
Do you remember the movie White Men Can't Jump when he lost the money to Wesley Snipes and he came home with that cheap dress and she said, I don't want this cheap hoochie mama dress. That's what he did. And what did she end up doing with him?
She left
his ass. It gets to that point where that's what you have to do.
Yes.
That's what you have to do.
Okay, he had no job for 5 months. She should have known then that he won't shit.
Right. No man, I don't care what it is that you do, feels uncomfortable. I mean, no man feels comfortable not working.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I mean, and once again, I'm not saying men have to work the best of jobs every single time. But if you know she's grinding, you compliment her grind until you can get to a point where you can stable your ship. It does not look like he ever had intentions of doing that, which is why 5 months go past, because you can work something like, for example, well, you don't got no car, so you can't Uber or Instacart or DoorDash.
Yeah, because we still don't know what the
you don't have a car.
is.
You came by bus. Don't accept them coming by bus, ladies.
No,
not by bus.
No. Get all
bus
of your
tells
shit
you
together.
already what we're about to do. As soon as you hear the air brakes hit, you already know pour is coming right off of that with that one book bag. And he hugging you, and you just happy to see him. Merry Christmas. And then Negro ain't left. Now you on your couch. All you think about is air brakes hitting from the bus. Because who goes and gets picked up by the bus from a grown person? Anybody who comes by bus, you already know my money's tight. Because that's the last amount. Plane, train, automobile, bus.
That's all I got.
Greyhound hit me for getting to you for $68.
Or the Megabus.
Or I'm strapped. When I get on the Greyhound, I'm strapped. And you took me in, fed me, thought things were going to be okay.
Like you said, then you're having sex and then you think everything. This man is having the time of his motherfucking life.
This is a stray dog that you let in your home. You felt bad for him and you fed him, and then he kept coming back to the doorstep.
It's terrible.
Greyhound bus. I'm gonna put you back. Here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna buy you the Greyhound and go back home. Because clearly you're okay with Greyhound. So then get on it and go home.
And then if you knew you had, I guess he quit, but if you had one final check coming, then that should have been towards the repairs for your car for you to make it to where you.
If you had one final check coming, that should have been the check to go home. That should have been the check to go home. Like, who doesn't want to go home? You have a whole house.
I got well, we don't know. She left that part out because that is very vital information. Because once again, yes, was he renting? Was he a homeowner? Was he staying with someone? Because for anybody to up and leave like that, you have no sort of lease.
Only people who get disability hang around till they check hit. It's the truth. Because you got to wait for those dates. Like, well, I got that one check that's about to hit. And then now when that check hit, then you can make some moves. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth, right? So he waiting around for that one check to hit. And nowhere in his mind did he say, now when my check hit, I'm going to get back to the crib so I can handle this business. And then I'll get back with you.
No,
I appreciate
he bought himself some stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate you for handling everything that you handle for this time. Let me get home. Let me handle this business. And I get back with you. He went and bought a dress and then him some clothes. Lady.
Because someone owed him money.
Lady. talk about the money right now, and then decide whether or not you need to buy his Greyhound ticket back home. Because I'm telling you, I put it to you like this. If Mr. Purvis is still watching or any other man is still watching, here's what I'm going to tell you. Ain't no man getting on no Greyhound by choice. Like, it is one of the most uncomfortable rides.
First of all, I'm not getting on a Greyhound. The fuck?
Well, we know you ain't.
That's because I knock you off. I'm entitled to be here with you. Negro, please. Her letter is incomplete. Yes, too many things. I totally agree. Way too many things are left out with this letter. I have a lot of questions.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't, because Greyhound tells me everything. And then you hear the door open. Hey, baby. He got a book bag, and only a book bag. I knew I should have told him not to come. Now I gotta take him in. There are signs.
Niggas know how to make you fall in love, because that's all they got.
Yeah, it is. You know, the gift of gab.
So while y'all video chatting and all the stuff like that.
Yeah, did you ever go visit him? Exactly.
That
Great
is true.
question. Because here's the other thing. You know, here's the thing. You know, when you ain't got no money, you better know how to talk to get money, and you better know how to talk quickly. And clearly he did. That last check, he had already gotten fired from his job from where he was at, because you knew you was getting one more check. All right, so that happened. Then you know, you can hit up your homie Boudreaux and get him. Boudreaux, now you know it's Mother's Day. Get me right, Boudreaux. God damn, nigga, you ain't got no job. Yeah, I see. I'm working on something. You know, she ain't asking no questions, but I know if I just get her this thing, then she'll be all right for about another 2-3 months. And then you keep it going.
That is awful.
That's the life you live. It's called the Negro bag.
That is
you dip in it and you stay. Some people stay in it, but you know, you mess up somebody else's life. Like, you mess up somebody else's life, and that's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy. Don't do it. And women, any man that's trying to tell you he's coming to visit you by bus, don't go pick him up from the bus. Have we seen?
I would have hung up and blocked you.
What in the 5 heartbeats is going on coming on a bus? I got nothing but love. Like a bus. Yeah. I be stroking. That's what I be stroking to the east and stroking to the west. That's what it is. No man's traveling by bus.
Ew.
And I'm not knocking people who travel by Greyhound, because there are people who have phobias that have to travel by Greyhound because they will not get on a plane. And I get that. But
I'll get over that.
The bus station never seems legit. It's always some sketchy stuff going on at a bus station. People getting in, people coming off. And you came off to come see me with what luggage? So if you got off that thing and you just had a Jan Sport book bag.
Yes, Jan Sport. They're durable.
I love them. And they're back in style. So you had a Jan Sport book bag and a toothbrush. She should have known right there. Oh, shit.
I will never forget when Mom made me catch the bus from college home. I was insulted. What?
Well, I figure you would. You know, your brother's a bus nigga. So I might have been on a bus a couple times, but not doing this. You know what I mean? But you know, when you want to go visit somebody and you strap, well, let me count these pennies. Yep, I got enough for a bus.
Right.
Because I can't do it by plane, train, or automobile.
Right.
I get on a train before I get on a bus. A bus? Something real not right about being on a bus to go visit somebody and talking about, I want to be with you. But you came by a bus.
And then she said that he was applying for jobs around Christmas. That's December. Now we're talking about Mother's Day, which was just last weekend. Well, this past weekend, So you mean to tell me he hasn't found a job from December up until now?
Well, I know a brother who's currently, you know, in a situation that he ain't found, you know, things a little tight on him. It happens.
That's because he's being very specific. But if he wasn't being specific, he would have found something immediately.
But that's maybe the brother's being specific. He want to be where she's at, which is crazy. Once again, that's another one. Why don't this nigga want to go home? What? This is crazy. You don't want to go home, bro? Something's wrong. Like, she needs to be figuring, why don't you want to go home?
And what happened to your home? How do you
And
drop
shouldn't we be
everything?
going to go pick up some stuff or something, furniture, something?
Well, like Mr. Purpose said, there is a lot missing from this letter.
This nigga showed up with a book bag and dreams.
Or expected you to take care of him. And it's like, I'll keep you
So her
baited
final
just for
question was what?
Oh, hold on, wait. I gotta go back.
That is terrible.
So she said, my friend says I'm overreacting and should just wait until he gets his first check to see if he pays any money towards bills. But I would like to get other opinions if possible.
Oh, my opinion is have a conversation about the first check before he even gets it so that now you know what to expect. And if he doesn't stand to what he says about that check and that money and the game plan that you guys set, because now you guys are sharing finances due to sharing a home. And if he does not oblige his verbal obligation, put him back on that Greyhound bus wherever he came from with his JanSport book bag and go. Because while you're out, he's at home. I'll never forget when Dad told me you can't call off work and I go to work. That's crazy, because you're spending money, eating food, running bills, air conditioning, all that while I'm gone. The bills are going up while I'm out. Go to work. And I scratched my chin like, you got a point. Let me go to work. And I got dressed and I went to work. So now you got a dude that's staying home. This is an Annie classic. Where's Annie when you need her? He's staying home, waiting on a check, got you a dress that you don't need because you got your own money, and didn't pay no bills, and got him an outfit for what? Where are you going? You should have saved that for your bus.
Buying stuff for yourself, because she said that his last check that he got, he spent it all on himself. And then when he got the money that was owed to him allegedly from some friends, he bought her outfit, but then spent more than enough money on himself. I feel you about the bus thing. I took the bus a couple of years ago to New York because I couldn't get a flight to New Haven. Never again. Facts.
Never again. You're not getting on a bus.
Facts. No.
And I'm gonna say that it could be because, like, for example, Mr. Purvis is all of what, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4"? What are you doing? I can't sit on a bus that long.
No.
And then now I'm wide. What? And then if somebody's sitting next to me, crazy. Like, because now we're fighting over that little ass armrest. Crazy
you
work.
fight over the armrest on the flight too, because I had a very privileged man who thought that he could take both. I was like, nah, he got an elbow.
Yeah, we're gonna slide you off that, man. That's not happening. There's enough room for everybody. Well, there really ain't, but you know. Anyway, ain't no bus. Ain't no man's choice of travel a bus. If he tells you, if he tells you that he got to travel by bus, something else is going on. And then, is that for me?
Oh, is it?
Oh, I was asking because it feels like my lips is like. Hold on.
What?
You took the Chinese. Oh, not the Chinese bus back. Oh no, that's a hurt piece. What? It felt like my lips was just 1 second from catching fire. Woof, blowing this whole damn mic up. Thank you.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Yeah, hell no, never. Nah.
No. I don't even know what the bus was that I was on, but like I said, never again. That shit was horrifying.
I don't even like charter buses when you got to go like travel to do things. I don't, nah, man.
No, those are nice.
I don't. Bus is not it. It's just not it.
I don't mind the charter buses when, like you said, around the city, or if you got to go somewhere where it's like a private party, because they're nice. They're real luxe. You know, they got the nice big seats and your own personal air conditioning, and then the TVs and stuff like that.
Still a bus.
Still a nigga.
Still a nigga. Still a bus. I don't want to be on no bus.
Like for short distances and things like that, I don't mind. But travel wise, absolutely not. No, put me on a plane if I can't drive, or like you said, I'll take a train. But that's it. Bus is no longer even in my thought process. So.
Oh yeah, riding a school bus to a football game is tragic. That shit hurt. And then you ain't got no knee space. So you got to turn to the side. Now your head's hitting the glass. Bah! Oh, shit. Tragic. It is tragic. You be like, all right, time to go. You be like, shit. I don't want to hear nobody say nothing. I swear for God. Anybody speak, I swear to God. You be up there like trying to find a sleep, putting your head on the thing. Shit. There's no comfort on a school bus. Then you lose. It hurts even worse coming back. You're like, God damn, I'm back. When you win, it's like, yeah, we won. You lose the football game and you got to drive that bus back. Oh, Lord.
And it's quiet.
I don't know, because sometimes the kids try to talk after you lost. Oh, man. There's no audio to it, but if you could have audio to a bus when a team loses and they have to travel home, nobody's more swoller than the coaches, and they make shut up. I don't hear that. God damn, nobody speak. Kids like, y'all went out there and embarrassed me like that. Kid will sneeze. God damn it, don't sneeze. It is hilarious. I don't do it because at that point in time, we've already taken L's, but there's always a coach that spazzes out after a loss and tell kids, y'all better not say a goddamn word. I swear to God. I was spitting. The coach, that coach will be an in-law. You know who you are. That's why I'm not going to call you out, because my boy, that boy gets so hot. Y'all play too much. Y'all got all that to say, but y'all wasn't saying that on the field, though. Don't act tough now. I've been out here one goddamn word. You good? I don't know. I ain't good, man. Come on, coach. We got this ride back to the crib, man, so I need you to chill out.
Facts. What?
I won't say his name because I don't want to get in trouble, but boy, he know who he is. And once again, here we go, a bus, because it's terrible.
So our good sis, the verdict is.
I don't know where that came from, but it's the truth. I just thought about him when you said school buses.
The verdict is have the conversation before he gets this check. And then depending on what happens is where you decide is if he stays or goes. But right now, I'm thinking that be prepared for this man to be put out of your house.
And you can't put him out. He might have squatter rights. How long they been together?
I don't know. Not sure when he came. Because like I said,
squatter rights are a real thing. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So be careful who you let in your crib, because then it's going to be hard to evict them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, today was a good show.
That's all, folks.
Yeah, well, and we're done. But we do have some events coming up.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. There's one event that I'm supposed to be telling everyone about.
So then we have an event coming up May 25th here at American Underground. That's going to be the Lo-Fi Lounge event. Everybody needs to come. We're going to have multiple producers, multiple artists, and a comedian who will be hosting the show. And anybody who has not understood what the Lo-Fi Lounge is, go back and check out our previous episode with LD Beats and get a kind of an understanding of what a Lo-Fi Lounge is. And it's just a chill event to come out and just enjoy some music. Producers, it'll be here on the rooftop next Friday, the 25th.
Friday? I thought it was Saturday.
Is that a Saturday? Whatever the 25th is, the Saturday. That's Saturday. Yes, we got that coming up. And then what else?
So there is a startup weekend happening January 7th through the 9th. Now, this is in conjunction with Knox Street Studios and American Underground. So this is for anyone who is an entrepreneur, a small business owner, or even just a startup, someone who just has an idea. They are holding sessions for people to come together, to participate, to brainstorm, and essentially be guided and earn that, well, not earn, but receive that mentorship needed before you get into this entrepreneurial world. It'll also conclude with a pitch competition as well, so to allow you to get your feet wet in this in this arena. But it's going to be amazing. All they're asking for is a $20 donation, which actually is going towards a t-shirt that you will receive. But if you want to know more information on that, all you have to do is go to our TDS page. It's right on there. Click the Eventbrite link and it'll get you more information. But it is the 7th through the 9th. And then we're also going to do a small little fuck up night as well.
Yes. And we also have hold on one second. The June of what was that? June 3rd for the children for the I can't find her message right now. Her flyer.
Oh, I forgot what park it was.
No, it's Dorothea Dix.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but I can't. I'll give you the information tomorrow, guys. Just because I can't find her flyer for whatever reason. I don't know why. I thought it was in my inbox. It was in my inbox.
It was in TDS, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I don't see it anymore. Yeah, I don't see the flyer. Oh, here it is. So it's the Candyland Music Festival that is going to be held at the Dorothea Dix Park. That's going to be on June 1st, 2024 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So please, this is for the children. This is for the African-American teens that need clothing and toiletries and blankets and pillows and snacks that are staying, that are basically that are in foster care. And the Candyland Festival is June 1st. Everyone is free. We just need to get some donations. And yeah, if you want to donate ahead of time, then you can just take it down to the foster care building, she told me, which, that I don't know where that is. Oh, just the social services department downtown. And yeah, hopefully we can get that done. And I'm gonna try to see if we can get her on so that she can specifically speak. She can do a phone call or something like that, so she can specifically speak about this event.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hit her up tomorrow because I want to make sure we're giving the proper information. Because even if you don't go to the event, you can continue to donate past the time because this is ongoing and running for adolescents that are in foster care.
Mm-hmm.
So excuse me for but I'll make sure that it's right tomorrow. I forgot.
Do we have any guests this week?
Possibly the people from Miss Katrina's friend, the therapist.
Got you.
So I just got to get with her and see what day. But other than that, God willing, we'll be here tomorrow. Hopefully everybody has a great Thursday, and make sure you guys lock in and tune in with us tomorrow. This is TDS Radio. I don't know what happened today. Our voice, our culture.
Bye.